This is Little Morocco. Everyone is here for the France vs Morocco World Cup game, but I'm here to ask if they want socialism or capitalism. We're making a YouTube video.
Sorry, Arabic.
Only Arabic?
Yeah.
What do you like about Mamdani?
Mamdani is a Muslim.
It's no secret that socialism is taking over New York City. 3 socialist candidates just won their primaries here, one of which said that they forgot to get napkins, so they used the American flag. Another socialist, Abir Kawas, won her Democratic primary and is well on her way to becoming a state senator. She was reportedly protesting while holding a Hamas headband, and scattered throughout Little Morocco are posters of her, and they even come in Arabic. This video is the first in a series that will finally answer how socialism took over New York City. Welcome back to the Nate Friedman Show. So we know that this is actually Little Morocco, they call it, right? So I'm visiting. Can you tell me about this neighborhood?
I usually don't always come here. I only come here to watch the game and like shower and everything just for the vibe.
Sure.
And meet my friends because she lives here.
Yeah.
Well, my friend is here. She lives here. She knows more about her than me.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, come on in. Hey, join us.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So we're just asking about, we know this is Little Morocco. I asked her who she wants to win. So can you tell us about Little Morocco?
I feel like it's a mix of like Morocco and Egypt.
Okay.
There's a lot of Egyptians, a lot of Moroccans.
So what do you think about Mamdani?
Mamdani's amazing.
Yeah.
I
She
love
loves it.
Mamdani. Like I want to see him somewhere, but I love Mamdani so much, and I feel like he's been doing like so much at like a little amount of time he's been running.
No, he works quick.
He said fast buses boom yesterday, and that was like. I was just impressed. I'm amazed, and I love Mamdani so much.
Totally. And so we're seeing that he, like, who he endorses also wins. Like, there were 3 DSA candidates that won. Tell me about, like, do you prefer socialism or capitalism?
I'm not really that much. I don't know much about it, but I'm seeing a lot of socialists now, and like they're all really cool people, like Abir. I've met Abir personally.
Class?
Yeah, I
tell me
met
about
her personally when I was canvassing for Zoran, and she's an amazing person. I know she's watching the game somewhere down there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I think at Mocha and Co. Yeah,
Cool.
but she's a very like fun person. Like she advocates for the right things. She's what we want.
She doesn't know about socialism, but finds the socialists to be really cool people. She says that Abir advocates for the right things. Let's see what Abir advocates for. She blames America for 9/11 and said the attacks happened partly because of our system of capitalism, racism, and white supremacy and Islamophobia.
The system of capitalism and racism and white supremacy, etc., and Islamophobia have all been used, to colonize lands, right, to take resources from other people. And so this is like a long trajectory, and we're just seeing the manifestations of that continuation, right, with 9/11. And so a lot of times when people are asking us to respond about, attack, right, if you look back like historically, right, a lot of us come from lands that were colonized, lands where wars are being waged, right, a lot of times because of U.S. policy or the policies in Europe. And so I find that we can connect over that, but then also that the idea that we have to apologize for like a terror attack that like a couple of people did, and then there is no apologies or reparations for genocides and for slavery, etc., is something that I kind of find like reprehensible.
After her father was convicted for property fraud, he was deported back to Jordan. Now a major part of Abir's platform while running for a state Senate seat from Queens is to free Palestine.
That means peace, by the way. Just ask Elmo.
She stands up for Mahmoud Khalil, speaking to a group of people featuring Hamas headbands. Lastly, she's a part of the Democrat Socialists of America, a group that's been on record saying that they want to take down America from within.
We have a unique responsibility to act from the heart of empire, the belly of the beast. The most important thing that we can do is take that empire down from within.
They want to eliminate the U.S. Senate, and they want to give amnesty to all immigrants. This is now an official and calculated plan to destroy the greatest country on earth from the inside. And just wait until I run into a DSA worker later in this video. I feel like so many of his ideas, like people said was crazy, and he's actually implementing them, like the government-run grocery stores.
Oh,
so like
yeah.
there's like an 80% chance he gets that done. And like tell me about government-run grocery stores. Would you like to see more of those?
I'd love to see, honestly, anything Zoran's doing right now is just amazing.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
everything just blows my mind. And he's like working really quick. Like,
Yeah.
I could go on for days about Zoran.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
And why did you start canvassing for him?
Because all the things he runs for is like what we align with. It's like what we want to see in the city. It's about landlords and about like everything, you know. And we're like, we really like need that help.
Yeah.
Like, and like New York's really expensive,
Yeah.
and we just want to live and enjoy it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And last thing is, I saw that he was meeting with Muslim leaders recently. And how important is it to you that connection that he has with Islam, that he is Muslim? Is it important to you?
I feel like it is in some way important because like also like I don't know how to explain it, but we're minorities in everywhere we go, and then we just like need someone to speak up for us. Or like we experience racism, we experience Islamophobia, all the way, every way, and it's really important to have someone up there that like voices our needs.
In a neighborhood like this, right, you don't experience Islamophobia here, right?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So would you say we should have more neighborhoods like this in New York?
Definitely more safe and secure neighborhoods for like everyone, not just Muslims. Like it could be like Jewish, it could be Hindu,
Yeah.
it could be like anyone and everyone. Like everyone deserves a place somewhere.
She mentions that Muslims are a minority in the city, and yet there's 1 million Muslims in New York City, and the mayor is Muslim. She says everyone deserves a place, and it's interesting how that's the reaction and not that we should just assimilate in a shared American culture. Where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
Okay, this is a big day for you.
Yeah,
How long have you been in New York for?
15 years.
15 years?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah.
What do you think about our mayor, Mayor Mamdani?
The mayor Mamdani is a good guy.
Yeah.
He wanna work like anyone, you know. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's good. That's what I'm gonna say for him. you
He's
know.
a chill guy.
I hope good luck for him
Yes.
for his job.
Yeah. What kind of stuff do you want to see Mamdani do for the city?
Oh, wallah, I hope him, you know, they help the immigration people, you know, because there's a lot of people here. He has 20 years, 25 years, you know, good people. They work, they pay the tax because we has a like tax ID number.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. They do this. They work. They has a kid.
Yeah.
They have, you know, only I need for Mamdani do for people. They save him for the trouble.
Makes it safe for immigrants.
That's
yeah.
it.
So
And
you want
peace
to?
and the love.
Do you want minimum wage to go up to $50 an hour?
Sure.
That's pretty good if it did.
Of course. Anyone you want to make money.
Would you like to see people that make over $100,000 a year be taxed 50%? So do you want them to give half their money to the government?
Why not? Because why? Because the government they save you for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you gotta give it to government.
That's true.
Can I interview you for Instagram thing? Sure. Appreciate you, brother. Who do you want to win tonight?
Morocco, of course.
All right. And why of course? Because we're in Little Morocco?
That too, and I always root for the underdogs.
Are you a New Yorker?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in New York.
Cool, man. Tell me what do you think about Mamdani?
I think it's a pretty good day for Mondamistan to be alive and well.
Yeah.
I'm actually a part of DSA, so I helped with his campaign and his election for the primary and the general. Also with the slate, I got Veer in, so I'm happy as hell. I got all the people I needed to go into.
That's awesome. I'm glad I ran into you. I know it's part of DSA's platform, right, to abolish prisons, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about that, like how that would look.
A lot of people get scared when they see it, when they hear that. They think we're just gonna do it like in a snap of our fingers. Day one is out of the door. It's more incremental. Yeah. It's basically, for example, like closing down Rikers, closing down the mental health assignment, because most people in Rikers are mentally ill or are just waiting for their trial. So the first option is to get the most priority needs. People who are suffering from medical issues, get off the island. Then it's go to the arraignments, where people who are haven't even been charged shouldn't be waiting on a godforsaken island for 2 to 3 years at most with an endangered population like that. So when we're talking about abolishing prison, we're talking about slow, incremental removal and in building in these institutions where it isn't like a prison. It's more similar to like how Sweden and Finnish society works when it comes to reforming people.
Look, so you've had humongous wins lately. You had 3 DSA guys get in, right? So they're going to win their primaries. They're probably going to win their elections, their general elections. So what do you credit this success to from DSA?
I credit our ground game. The Democratic establishment underestimates the fact that you just need to talk to your neighbors. Simply talking to people, simply knocking on the door makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's many times where I knocked on doors where people didn't even know there was election going on.
Yeah.
That they didn't. It was like a last minute thing. It's like, yeah, there's election, and they asked me, like, why should I vote? Because I want you to care about yourself.
Yeah.
I need you to care more about yourself than you care about me or another.
And how do you convince people to go out there and vote for a socialist?
You simply just ask them, it's like, what has the Democratic establishment done for you? What have they done for these past years you've been voting them in? These are incumbents who are going like 30, 10, 12, even 40 years without any competition. And I always ask them first off, what have they changed fundamentally right now? Now I'm talking about 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I'm talking about right now when it matters the most. Like for what's going on in Palestine, what's going on with the ICE internment in camps. Like right now, are they just giving a little one-worded response of like, I trust the system at hand, I will give a strongly worded letter, or are they fundamentally outside on those front lines? Because I know my candidates were in Delaney Hall when that was getting when it was becoming very heated. I know my colleagues and my candidates went to protests, and I seen them organize. They're not sitting in this little office saying, I want to be socialist and da da da. It's ground game, talking to people.
That's kind of loud.
Arabic commentary from the game started blasting through the streets, so I asked if we could walk down the street and continue the interview. Now, he says that it's a ground game, and I know that part of that successful ground game is to pay protesters. When I went to a DSA Tax the Rich rally earlier this year, I exposed a company working with DSA offering over $4,000 a month to protesters. That video is linked in the description. Now, I consider this interview a great opportunity to finally begin to understand how my generation became socialists. So wait until you see what he really tells voters to make them socialists. But first, I think what you're about to hear can at the very least double your productivity. Check this out. Most people use Claude like it's a fancy version of Google, and that's like owning a Ferrari and driving it at 10 miles an hour. You open it up, you see the models Haiku, Sonnet, Opus, but never find out what Claude can actually do. Well, Claude isn't a chatbot anymore. It's how people build apps, design presentations, automate their entire week, and ship work that used to take a whole team, often without writing a single line of code. You can build that very first version of that app idea you've always had this very weekend. And what better way to get a head start than to check out Outskill's Claude AI Mastery Workshop. It's a full deep dive into Claude, its real use cases, and 10 plus other AI tools. It's happening this weekend, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And they've been generous enough to make it free of cost for our audience. So consider registering through the link in the description. Over 10 million people worldwide have already attended this and rated it a solid 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot. And the best part is, you're mentored by leaders from Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Nvidia. If you're serious about getting good at what everyone's talking about these days, check out the class. What you learn in 2 days will change your next 2 years. Sign up now before they sell out. Link in the description. Scan the QR code and join the WhatsApp community before seats close. And now, back to Little Morocco.
Do you feel it's more of the Socialist Party or the Democrat Party now?
It's a Democrat Party. I mean, I'm more on the left spectrum in the DSA, but we are fundamentally a Democrat Socialist Party. We are part of the Democratic Party.
Right.
If we didn't want to be a part of the Democratic Party, we'd be a part of our own. But we realize that fundamentally cannot happen. Yeah. A third party option is unfortunately not realistic. It won't happen. So we're going to use what is available. The Democratic Party has once used to stand for something about working people, working class, and struggling.
Right.
And it still has that. There's still many people who are still left, like Ro like Summer Lee, Cori Bush. Like, there's still Democrats who are really fighting out there. But the fact of the matter is a Democratic establishment. I'm talking like gerontocracy, who's been out of touch since like the 80s.
But is the goal to make the Democrat Party the Democrat Socialists of America? Is that the end goal?
If that comes, if it results into like a working class party, then absolutely. Hopefully. I mean, I'm just a rank and filing member.
Sure.
I'm not on the top of the badge, but I see us as getting into the working class struggle where people fundamentally day to day is like, look at the fact, like everyone around you is wearing Moroccan shirts.
Right.
This is what socialism is about, being there and present. It's about having a chair in the street and I can sit down and just watch the game for free. I don't have to be harassed to get a ticket order or anything like that. You just enjoy the atmosphere.
Right.
And that way, what we're working here. This is what beer is here for. It's about making sure everyone's enjoying their lives, having time to sit down. And I don't know what else to say.
No, 100%. So tell me about like another piece of excitement that's been for people are the government-run grocery stores. Can you tell me about that?
I mean, it's government run. It's supposed to be affordable. Make sure that grocery markets and the grocery conglomerates have competition. They have to go down the prices.
Yes.
Because the fact of the matter is, my grocery list always tops out to at least 200, 500 because I'm part of a family of 5.
Yes.
So I just like, it's always like at the end of the day like wasting a huge chunk of our budget.
Right.
And it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't have to pay more just to get a good apple that doesn't kill me in like 10 years besides.
Right. What do you say to those people who are like, look, if you do government-run grocery stores, these private ones are operating on razor-thin margins. They always go, well, then they're going to be out of business because they can't afford to sell it for so little.
I'm going to do the classic capitalist nature in me as an American, as people will know. It sucks to sucks. If you can't be competitive, you can't be competitive. Because for a long time, the arguments have always been fundamentally capitalism produces the great competition, gets the best margin, gets the best delivery. But fundamentally, it hasn't. So if a government-run agency of grocery is going to put you out, then you were going to be put out regardless. It doesn't matter if it was run by the government. It could be run by every conglomerate nation of a grocery market chain that would have pushed you out. Walmart could have shown up and you would still lose. So how come it's problematic if it's a government doing it when it's like a private entity?
Alright, I think you'll need more than a day to understand that logic. On one hand, he's saying I'm a capitalist because I'm an American and grocery stores need to be able to compete. However, he's asking them to compete with government-owned grocery stores selling at a loss. So I guess in order to compete, they also have to sell at a loss. This is why Venezuela had such bad food shortages, because price controls on food has never worked.
Okay, last question is, I know I saw a statistic, amazing for you guys, more than half of young Americans now prefer socialism over capitalism. So if you can look into the camera and give a 30-second elevator pitch on why socialism is better than capitalism.
Community. Are you tired of sitting alone and being by yourself and having no one to talk to? Be a socialist. It's all about community. It's about literally sitting down and having coffee with a random stranger and talking to them, talking about the game. Hell, I have hugged more strangers in this past summer because of the Knicks game, because of the World Cup, because socialism works. It's the watch parties that Zoran hosted. It's about the parties that we allow. We don't have cops hogging every single site and saying, oh, you can't be here because there's too many people. Instead of allowing people just being in their nature, a natural element of talking to each other, to bond over things we love and share. So that's what socialism is. It ain't a scary word. It ain't me taking your house. It's about me making sure your house remains in your hands and some millionaire doesn't take it from you. That's it.
That's not exactly what socialism is, but you can understand why it sounds attractive. The pitch is simple. I'm going to stop your rent from going up. I'm going to protect you from the greedy landlords, and I'm going to keep you in your home. Yet it's under the socialist Mamdani where the median rent in New York City just hit an all-time high of nearly $5,300 a month. This is how it happens. First, Mamdani freezes the rent for nearly 1 million apartments. That means the landlord is legally blocked from raising prices, even if there's repairs or higher taxes. So some landlords can't afford to maintain the apartment. Then comes the final step. The government takes control and they call it social housing. But it just means the state uses the crisis it helped create as the excuse to take private property away from the owner. The most important thing is that in his pitch, he doesn't need any facts about socialism being better, which comes in handy because it's never worked.
Who do you want to win tonight?
I'm USA, so USA already lost, so I'm USA. I'm American, so I'm from the Bronx, so.
We're asking people random questions out here on the street. What do you think about Mamdani?
I guess Morocco would be all right to win, but since I live near here, I mean, everybody's partying. So
Sure.
yeah, I think Madani is doing a great job.
Yeah.
Except a little bit with the potholes. I have a little bit of problem with that because I ride motorcycle, and so a lot of the potholes he fixed them real fast. I appreciate that,
Yeah.
but they're falling apart fast. You know,
He's
I
gotta
ride
fix them more.
motorcycle a lot, so I mean just covering the pothole
Yeah.
is okay for temporary, but they need to make a new street. Yeah.
Are you a socialism guy or a capitalist guy?
Social.
Okay,
social.
and why socialism?
Democrat, yeah. I'm Democrat because I'm for the people. I'm not for the rich people. I'm not for the
Yeah.
rich white people. I'm for the majority. Minority.
You're not for the rich white people, right?
Yeah, I'm for the minority. I'm Puerto Rican. My wife's Filipino, and I live in this area that I love so much because of the mixture and all the races. It's like I'm not Trumper. What I want to say about Trump, I can't say it on camera. So yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a Mandami guy. I like Mandami 100%.
Would you like to see some more of these government-owned grocery stores? I know he's going to set up the first one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to see all that. Yeah, it's definitely. I like everything that he's doing for New York so far. Yeah.
And what about minimum wage? What should we bump it up to?
I get more than minimum wage, but I think minimum wage should be at least $30 or whatever because you can't afford to live unless you're making at least 30 or more an hour or whatever. 100 grand a year, 40 grand a year, 50 grand a year. You have to have a roommate, and it's very hard to get by. Yeah,
for sure. And last thing is is there a socialist country that you feel like we should model ourselves after and be like?
Not really particular. Nothing really particular with that statement right there. I really couldn't tell you offhand.
For sure, yeah.
I don't. I'd have to get into the books and all that.
I believe one of the biggest differences that I've seen between interviewing people in the 2024 election cycle and now 2026 is the blatant racism. I first saw it when I went to Brooklyn to ask people if we should tax white people more, and people just said yes. Now I'm seeing it again when I asked him if socialism would be good, and he said, yeah, we need to tax the rich white people more. It's pretty astounding.
Now, we're actually in Little Morocco, they're calling it now. Are you from this neighborhood?
No, I grew up in Connecticut.
Okay. And what brings you here?
I moved here 20 or 30 years ago.
Okay. So you know this area well?
Oh, very well.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about this neighborhood.
It's mostly Middle Eastern. Mm-hmm. You're right in front of a mosque.
Yeah.
And
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's mostly Middle Eastern, and it's a diverse population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it diverse or mostly Middle Eastern?
It's both.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say it's mostly Middle Eastern, but no, there's a lot of different people here.
Yeah. So you were here 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. How have you seen this neighborhood change? Was it always Middle Eastern?
No, not at all. It was Greek.
Oh, it was Greek.
Oh, yeah.
When's the change, you think?
About 20 years ago, it's very slowly started to go Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what changes have you seen come with that? Like, are there more businesses opening, closing? Like, what's it been like with the change from Greek?
Most of the Greek restaurants are not on this block. Mm-hmm. They're down 30th Avenue.
Okay.
So you got to go there if you want Greek.
Yeah. Yo, what's going on, man?
How you doing, boss man?
How's it going on?
Amazing.
Are you selling both jerseys or just Morocco?
I'm selling every jersey, bro.
Every jersey?
I'm just a money man, bro. I'm no team. I'm very neutral with it.
You're the money man. Do you want socialism or capitalism in New York?
I'm definitely against capitalism.
And why is capitalism bad, so that people can know about this?
I think the system is already built on the rich getting richer. You know what I mean? The poor staying poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're selling t-shirts right here. Like, how much is this t-shirt?
This one's going for $60.
$60.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, like, in socialism, just as an example, the mayor, governor, whatever, could come along and say that this shirt should be $40.
Right.
Would you sell it for $40 then?
Absolutely not, because I make the market. If I wasn't working for myself, it's different.
Capitalism is bad, but no one tells me what to price my shirts at. You cannot make this up.
What do you think about Mamdani, the mayor of New York?
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yeah, I like him.
Nice.
Yeah,
What do you like about Mamdani?
Mamdani is he Muslim. First and shy. He is Muslim. I like him too much. He's good with me.
Yeah. So Mamdani's good for Muslims?
Yeah.
And what does he do for Muslims?
I don't know this what is it, but he's a Muslim. Is not.
Muslims are good.
Yeah, he's a good. Yeah.
Do you prefer socialism or capitalism?
Socialism.
And why socialism?
Yeah, work is a good.
What?
Work is a good. Mayor is a good.
Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Me in Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been in New York?
Me maybe 24 years.
24 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell
Long time.
me why New York is better with socialism so people understand.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want government run grocery stores?
Yeah.
Socialism didn't just happen. It needed a leader. It needed someone that people would vote for, not just for his socialism or his vibe, but for his religion. Over 90% of Muslim New Yorkers voted for Mamdani, and there's 1 million Muslims. That's more than enough to sway an election. The flyer in the background of our first interview was in Arabic on how to get US citizenship. The DSA wants to give amnesty to all illegal immigrants. A country can fall like this. It is possible. Thank you for watching this episode of The Nate Friedman Show. If you're curious about the Islamic takeover of New Jersey, that video is on your screen right now, and I'll see you there.